We're going to be making these gorgeous fabric bow keychains today. They are just perfect for using up your scrap pieces of fabric. No sewing machine required, no glue, just an iron and your needle and thread. Just going to put a tiny little cross stitch in the back to secure it. So very easy to make. You can make these in minutes and they look absolutely gorgeous. And then I'll show you how you can attach that to the keychain and the dangles. This is what we're going to need to make the bow keychain. Now obviously you'll need to cut your fabric down as well, so you'll need your scissors and your measuring tape and your pencil to mark your fabric to cut that down as well. For the fabric there's two pieces, so you've got your main piece, which is the larger piece for the main part of the bow, and then the small piece of fabric is for the center of the bow. This piece is cut to 5 inches by 6 inches, and this is 1.5 inches by 2.5 inches. You'll need some thread, so I'm just going to use this white cotton thread here, and I like to just use white. If the fabric colour is light, I'll use a white thread. If it's a dark fabric, then I'll use black. An ordinary needle, lobster clasp keychain, some jump rings. That's the minimum size of the hoop that you should aim for there, which is about 8mm diameter. You can go up a size as well. This one's using a larger hoop where I've got more charms hanging off here, and that one 1 centimetre diameter. So either of those sizes will work, but I will be using these ones here, which is 8mm diameter, and I would not go any smaller than that because you need this part to fit into your hoop, so don't go any smaller than that. You'll also need some flat nose pliers as well to open and close your jump rings. I've chosen these charms here to hang off my keychain. They might have been from Kmart or Spotlight. And then this is a handmade charms. I've made this one myself. So if you want to see how that's made, I've got a full tutorial on my channel. I'll link it in the description. You need your iron as well. You're literally just going to be using the iron to do this part. And it's really easy. Start with the center piece of the bow. So take your piece of fabric, and with the wrong side facing up, you want to just fold that in half. And then iron. And then you'll fold one side into the middle and iron that down. And repeat on the other side. Turn that around. And now we're just going to fold those pieces where we've just ironed, and then just fold that over like this. And then go over again with the iron. So that's all we need to do for now for the centre piece. Now let's do the main piece of the bow. So again, we want to flip our fabric over so that we've got the wrong side facing up. We're just going to bring our fabric over, this side over, to meet these two corners here. I'm just going to pinch the end here just to find where that centre is. I don't want to fold along here, but I just want to find the centre of that fabric. I'm just going to pinch both ends there. Open that back up. You can measure it as well, mark it with a pencil, but I just find it easier to do that. And I'm going to bring this side up to where those two marks are, where I've pinched the fabric. And I'm going to iron that all the way down, nice and flat. Turn that around, do the same with the other side. And now I'm going to basically fold my sides in, but I'm not going to do them so that they both meet in the middle. I'm going to do one fold slightly longer than the other. I'll show you why. I'm going to bring my corners together and again just pinch in that to find the center. I'm going to bring this side of the fabric over and I'm going to fold it into the center. And for this side, I'm going to bring this side over, but I'm going to overlap it slightly. As you can see, I've overlapped the fabric. And the reason is because I want to tuck this smaller part inside into here. I'm basically going to tuck the other piece inside the longer piece. So that just means I've only got one sort of side of the fabric with a raw edge, and the other side's been hidden in here. And I'm just going to give that a press with the iron, just keeping that down in the middle there, just in the middle, to keep that nice and flat. So we've now got our two pieces of fabric that's been pressed in place for us now to construct the bow. I'm so sorry that my hands look so battered at the moment. This is from excessive crocheting, where I was using a crochet hook and kept hitting my fingers and thumb. It's taken a toll on my hands, and so I need to keep moisturising them. But anyway, that's why they're looking a bit rough just now. They're not normally this bad. We'll do this main piece first, and then we'll move on to this. So I'll just pop that over there. I measure 2 arms lengths for the thread, so you want it quite long, because we're going to be doing this, wrapping it around. The longer it is, the better. Double knot at the end. So we're going to be folding the fabric to create these folds or these pleats in the bow. So you'll notice that on the front of the bow, you've got the pleat in the middle facing upwards, and then on the back of the bow, the pleat is facing inwards for the centre. So you want to make sure that you get that look. I like to fold my fabric in half so I can find that middle piece. So without actually like folding it harshly, I'm just sort of like finding that middle pleat there. Holding on to that, I just fold that around like this, and then fold it back, this top part back on itself, creating that top pleat like this. And then I'll just repeat that on the bottom. So I'll bring that up, folding it sort of to the front, and then folding that last bit back on itself, just to create those pleats. Now I grab my needle and thread, sort of work out there, that's the centre, keeping hold of that. I'm now just going to work my needle through those layers. So don't squeeze it too tight, because it can be quite hard to do it. So I have to loosen it up a bit, go through the first one, and then go through the second one, and then go through the last one. You try and go through them all at once, it's too much bulk and it will actually hurt your hand, and you can prick yourself with the needle, so don't do that. So you've got something like that. If you need to adjust it slightly, maybe I could probably move that over just a bit. Like that. And then once I'm happy, I just pinch it together, push that through, and then pull my thread through. That's the hardest part. And now you just want to keep in hold of your bow, you just want to wrap that around. Wiggle it about just a bit. Once I'm sort of happy with the pleats, they look okay, I like to take my needle and then just pierce it through that sort of middle piece, go through the thread and then come out the back. That gives it a really nice secure hold. And then I flip that over, and then I can just come under here and just tie that in a knot. Now we'll attach this piece. Okay, so for this next part, I actually cut 3 lengths of this cotton that we're going to pop through the needle. Well, that's probably just like over a half an arm's length, each one of those. Just tie in a knot at the end. Leave yourself a little bit of a tail like this. We're actually going to use that a bit later. So take your piece of fabric, and if you've got any bits of hanging off, because that is a raw edge, just give it a snip away. Scissors. And now we're just going to essentially just wrap that around the centre, making sure that you do this the right side up. So you want your stitch on the back. So this is the front pleat is facing up, and your pleat is facing in the centre on the back. So wrapped it around the front, but we're going to be doing our stitch at the back. And essentially what we're going to be doing, holding that over here, folding this bit down and over the top. And we're just going to put across like this. Before we do that, I'm going to tack this bit down with my thread. I'm going to come up just through this fabric at the back, just getting the fabric coming up through here. I'm not going through the front. I'm just sort of grabbing that bit of fabric in the back, coming up, pulling that through, and then just popping a holding stitch in place. Push the needle out. I'm going to come up a little bit further and bring my needle out just a little bit to the side up here. That's it. Just make sure you don't get tangled up. That's just going to hold that in place. You don't have to do that. I like to do that because otherwise this could slide off after you've made your keychain. You don't want to do that. That prevents it from sliding off. Now we're going to attach this to this. So I'm going to fold that over, bring that to here. The reason I came out that side and over here is because I now just want to create a cross stitch. So I'm going to put a stitch across here and a stitch across here. Go in through there. There is a bit of bulk, so just go slowly. You can use pliers as well to help you pull that through. That's the first one. I'm going to come back and go back to where I placed that first stitch. This time I'm going to come through and out here. The other side. Pull that all the way through. And then we're just going to go over here. And with this last one, I'm going to go back through there where I've come out. I'm going to pop that through there and come out the side here where that original piece of thread was. And I'm now just going to tie that in a knot. And now for the fun part, attaching the keychain. To attach the hoops, just make sure that they're open like that, your jump rings. And grab your pliers. I'm just using flat nose pliers to do this. Find the sort of the neat side, I like to call it, the neat fold here. You've only got one fold in the fabric and not this side here where you've got the two folds. And then just bring your hoop around and then pull it out the other side like that. And then with your other set of pliers, just close it. And then you'll need to do the same for the other one. Grab your keychain, pop that on, and then close those up together like this. And then just turn it around so that that part that opens out up is inside here. And then your keychain is attached like that. And the same for here, you'd want to do the same. You'd move that inside here. So this charm here, you can quite easily clip that on. So I don't need to open this up. But if you had a charm that was just a closed hoop, so say it was just this part here, you could open this up using your pliers. Okay, so pop that on. I want this one to go in the middle, and then this one on the other side. Like that. It's cute. This one here, I've dangled a charm off the end of this charm, and as I said, I've got a full tutorial on how I've made this, so check that out if you want to see how that's done. This one here, it's just got two little dangles at the ends. It doesn't have a clasp on it. It's just got, there's a couple of jump ring charms that I've popped on there, and they're really cute. So there you go. We'll use up your scrap fabrics to make a beautiful little key charm. How nice would it be if you had a nice handbag and you've got some fabric left over from the lining and you've now made yourself a matching keychain to go with it. I love them. I think they're really beautiful. Please look out for my upcoming video, because we're going to be using these beautiful charms to make some cluster dangles that you can add onto these. So we're really going to be blinging those up. So keep an eye out for that video. It will be released in the next couple of days, but if you're watching this in the future, then I'll leave the link in the description.